Eddie, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Doing good, man. I have some this one's quick. It was compared to the one that we did last time, like we're doing one again and it was not even like a month, you know.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to get you on just to go over some I was actually on Chat GPT trying to create some like cool questions because this is like a second interview. It's not so like it's not such a green interview, right? Like it's like you're in that creeping up to that advanced level is what I think. And yeah, man, dude, I'm super proud. I think it's gonna be actually this video is really it's kind of selfish too because I'm trying to get back in the swing of pushing out YouTube videos, and I kind of want to just have the world see what's going on, right? And dude, I've been so busy, man, so busy this past couple weeks and the past month that I've been just kind of like you know just not in the swing of that YouTube stuff like I need to do. So I'm using you and being selfish, but also like selfless too, because I want everybody to see your progress. And man, I do a lot of calls with people who need some help, and dude, they ask a lot about you. Like they ask a lot, man. Everybody sees the results, right? They don't see, they see your interview and they don't see like what you've been through or the risks that you've taken. So, so yeah, man, just wanted to kind of catch up with you and see how you're doing. That was a lot to unload. So, yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, bro. I'm doing great, man. I think, one thing I do want to say, which I know I've told you several times now. We need you, bro. The real estate industry needs you, bro. Like the world needs you. So I just want to, say thank you first and foremost, because I think it's crazy, bro. I told you over text, when I closed this last deal, like you changed my life, bro. Like, and I mean that. And it's been a lot of, I won't lie, it's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but that's just one, that's life, bro. And two, anybody getting into real estate needs to know that in order to win in this game, like you gotta just roll with the punches, bro. You gotta take them and then you gotta give them back, and then you'll win, you'll break through. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'd say I'm good. I think I'm in an interesting spot, a spot where I think it'd be very easy to get kind of comfortable, bro, and kind
Hmm.
of, sit back and go to the beach or something like that. But my mindset is, hey, like, let's just keep attacking, bro. Let's keep running it up, and then we can, what did Kobe say? He said, don't rest until you die. So that's kind of the mindset, bro. Just keep going and keep seeing where we can go.
Nice, bro. I like what you just said there. You said, get punched and throw back some punches. Like, yeah, man, that's awesome. I think like right now, from the first Eddie that I talked to getting into the space, or versus now, like you definitely have like matured and acquired wisdom,
Yeah,
through experience, right? Like,
for sure.
it's super impressive. But yeah, man. So like, what catch us up? I think last time you did $30,000 and you closed two deals literally back to back, which is insane. And so like, where are you at now? Do you have like another deal? Like, what's your progress right now?
Yeah, man. So I just closed a deal. Let's see, we're on Monday. It just closed this past Friday. It was
Nice, man.
actually, yeah, man. It was in Lincoln, Nebraska. $21,000 deal. It was crazy, man. Yeah, I actually it's just a little bit surreal. It's interesting, man. The deal, it closed in less than 30 days.
Classic.
And I
I
actually
call those like just the classics, man. Classic little. Was it
classic.
wholesale?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
wholesale. Yeah, we love
classic
those.
wholesale, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's funny. I actually had it locked up a little bit slightly too high.
Mm.
Had to do a price reduction, but I think because of the way I was just transparent with the seller through the whole transaction, man, from beginning to end. I mean, she literally, she told me several times that she trusted me, man. Like I would,
Mm.
I'd give her a call to, just ask for certain permissions on things like lockbox, having partners walk the property, and just like, hey, you don't even need to call me. I trust you. And I think it's interesting. A point that I want to make, right, is that I think a lot of people get into wholesaling, bro, or they hear us talking about it and the money you can make, and they they forget that this is a people business, that you're dealing with real people with real houses with real issues. And I don't ever take that for granted. I try to be as honest up front, and I guess the word would be helping as I can, bro. This is like it's a game in a sense, right? It's like a business, but it's not a game at the same time. It's real life. And I think when you come with like a how can I serve this person, how can I help mindset versus what can I take, that's when all the rewards flow in, bro. So
Wow, dude, that's actually super impressive, man. It's actually genuine coming from you. Like hearing that, like it wasn't scripted. We didn't talk about any of that. Like that's awesome. And what's really impressive is I'm reading Alex Hermosi's closing handbook from his actual acquisition.com team, and it literally one bullet point in there. Literally, it's natural. It's so natural. And he says, whenever you put the customer first, the profits will come after.
yeah.
Like, and like that's the definition of like, putting her first, and that's amazing, man. And again, you said it, man. Like this space is, any space is getting weird. Like it's weird, and like people get very selfish, right? And that's okay, that's natural, right? Like, you know seeing the person make 20, $30,000 that was a server before is like, oh man, how do I do that? How do I like that important word, I do that. But now, like, you doing this, and you in the business, like, you're like, how do I put these sellers first? Obviously, yes, you're going to get paid, you're going to get your assignment fee, whatever, but like, how do I constantly do this for the seller? That's pretty powerful, man.
Yeah, man. And
um
yeah, go ahead. I'm
no,
sorry.
no, no, good.
No, I was just gonna say I had to shift my perspective, man, from when I first started this to now. I think a lot of people, especially people that love to hate, right? They don't have anything better to do. They like to say that there's no place for wholesalers or that this, that, and the third. And the funny part is, bro, at the beginning, I would let stuff like that kind of creep into my head, like, man, maybe they're right, or maybe we're not needed. Far from the truth, bro, because the truth is that what we deliver is speed, convenience, and reliability, so long as we're doing our job correctly. And when I'm thinking about it, when I put myself in the shoes of a seller, right? Yeah, you could go list a property, you go try to fix it up, but all the things in between that could go wrong, all the things, all the headaches, like that's where we step in and we actually solve that problem. And I think that my whole mindset, man, has just changed to listen, I'm really helping somebody. And I'm delivering on my promise. So because of that, good things are just naturally going to flow back to me. So I think that was a big thing for me, bro, changing my mindset, and just trying to be the best at what I'm doing, cutting all the noise out, and just, like I said, just pushing forward.
Nice, man. So that's really cool to hear. Let's get into kind of like the deal breakdown. So where did the lead come from? Like what kind of marketing did you do?
Yeah, bro. So it was a SMS blast, so texting. I just follow Chris's blueprint, man. For anybody that's gonna watch this, like, I don't do anything fancy, bro. I don't try to reinvent the wheel. It was a text campaign. Like I said, it was in Lincoln, Nebraska, and got a response. Got on the phone, man. Built
Mhm.
rapport, and from there, like I said, just sealed the deal. And just to go into a little more detail about the deal, it was actually revised by the seller's attorney, and
Nice. I love it.
yeah, man,
I love
and
it. Sorry, I don't
you're
even mean to
good.
break you up, but like I love it because this breaks those beliefs of, oh, the
Yeah,
attorney's gonna see it. Oh, this,
yeah,
like, oh, dude, I love those. And when it closes, like, dude, you just made $20,000, $20,000+. The attorney saw it, the tooth fairy saw it, the realtor picked at it. You know what I mean? Like it's all that's I love those. I love
yeah.
those because they break those, like, bro, this is what I do. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's super cool, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So the seller just wanted her attorney to review it, which I was like, hey, totally understand, not a problem. The attorney, bro, they revised, excuse me, almost every single page, and the agreement actually became non-assignable. So
Okay.
but I just double closed on it. It was double,
Oh, nice, man.
bro. So
There you go.
it's like when one problem arises, you just solve it, and then boom.
Yeah, man.
Like,
That's so sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. And it was cool. It's funny because the title company I decided to use, they do something called pass-through funding.
Uh-huh.
And have to get a transactional lender. For anybody that doesn't know what a transactional lender is, it's essentially, when you have to double close on a property, you got to close on it first. And if you don't have the funds, you got to go find somebody that does, and then you pay a fee. And bro, I didn't have to do any of that because the title company was just like, hey, we'll do a pass-through fund and we'll get it done. So
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I would say I would think that you give that deal to 100 wholesalers, I would say 80% of them would probably be like, "Dang, I don't know what to do now." You
yeah,
know what I mean? And it's there's this one book, I forget what it says, but I always go by, it's simple solutions to complex problems. Like
yeah,
sometimes it's like, oh man, like what do I do? Like, how do I do this? And it could be as simple as just asking the title company if they do double closing. And then for this case, they do, and also they provided the transactional, the pass-through funding. So
Yeah.
like it was a double win for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And what I've learned is just like, even with you, man, like, I know sometimes I blow up your phone and you're honest with me. I'm honest with you, bro. And it's like, I've learned truly the only thing that's stopping you from being successful is a few no's. The worst thing that somebody can do to you on the phone is say no. Maybe they cuss you out, but it's like, if you get through that and you get through that fear, it's like the opportunities, bro, having a mouthpiece or being able to communicate is just, I feel like it's everything, man. Whether it's real estate, whether it's relationships, like you have to be able to communicate. And it's not necessarily, I know, selling obviously comes into play with business, right? But just sometimes just being human, man, just having a conversation, just being a human being, like it'll get you 80% of the way. So
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And how's like I guess like the details on the deal? So what was the contract price? How'd you find the buyer, and
yeah,
what was the final assignment fee total?
yeah, for sure. So like I said, it was a text blast campaign. Got on the phone with the seller. It was a vacant property. It was actually inherited,
Perfect.
but it was from an absentee owner list. Yeah, exactly, perfect. Condition was pretty turnkey, but it had some foundation issues, just some movement and structural stuff that would have to get taken care of. But otherwise, it was turnkey, man, ready to move in. Contract price originally was 166. But, again, I was getting feedback from buyers and from contractors that, hey, this is too high. Hey, this needs foundation work, which we didn't know originally. So went back in, talked with the seller, said, hey, this foundation work could be anywhere from 10 to 20K. I'm going to need some help on this. She's like, hey, totally understand. What do you need it at? I said, we need it at 142.5. Got it, bro. Got the buyer at 162.5.
Nice.
And then that was it, man.
Oh, just straight gold, man. Straight freaking kick in the goal, man.
That's it,
That's
man.
good,
Just
man. I love that wording that you said with her. Like we're gonna need some help on this. Like I like
yeah,
that because like this is real estate, man. Like, bro, I see a lot of people. Like even me 2 years ago, I'm like, okay, cool. I get a contract. Oh my god, yes, that's it. Like now I find the buyer, and boom, it's like awesome. We're closing. But no, man. Like there's renegotiations. There's buyer feedback. Title issues. Trying to figure these things out. And no, dude, that's awesome. And the one thing that I realized, like with the seller, I always love to frame it like, and that's one word I'm probably gonna start teaching my guys is like, I need some help on this. Like, this is a teamwork thing. I'm not giving up, right? But I do need some help, right? I don't want to have these conversations. Nobody wants to have these conversations, but this is real life. We're realists. This is real estate. It's literally called real estate,
yeah.
right? Real life. And so like, let's work together. So that I like that type of frame.
Yeah, no, for sure,
Yeah.
man. It was like I said, there's always, when you get a contract, that's like the first step out of 10, which is awesome, but it's like you just gotta be ready, man. I expect every deal to go south. I'll be honest with you. And when I say go south, I just mean there's gonna be issues that I have to solve. But that, like, it's kind of like, bro, come on, what job or where in reality can you go get a $20,000 check and you didn't have to do shit? Like, it just doesn't.
You're
You
right.
got doesn't make sense. So you gotta your expectations gotta match the money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. That's 100% true. That's somebody's, half of their yearly salary.
Yeah,
It's insane.
yeah,
Okay, cool. So let's get into like, some growth and kind of like what you're implementing. Um, so yeah, what are you doing right now, differently from whenever you were first starting? Do you think it's like sheer volume? What's the difference? Do you feel like more time and attention towards the business? Like, what's up? What's the difference?
yeah, man. So when I started, I'll be honest with you. Again, I was just following your blueprint. 50,000 texts a month, but I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a good sales process. I didn't even have a good schedule, like where I'm time blocking for acquisitions, and I just didn't, man. I was all over the place. I think now I've dialed it. I've just dialed it in terms of when leads are coming in, and sometimes I won't look at them until the next day. But when they're coming in and just based on somebody's response, because I've seen it so many times, if it's like a sure, what's your offer, or just I'm just getting on the phone, man. I'm just dialing, and if nothing, I'll nurture the lead through text. But it's just like I guess it's not necessarily speed to lead because waiting a day is not necessarily the quickest, right? But it's
Mhm.
like I'm just sifting that list, man, just finding the motivated sellers because there's a lot of people you got to disqualify when you're doing outbound, as you know. But now I'm just it's just like it's like second nature what I'm doing, my process and kind of
Yeah.
just qualifying the right people. And then my goal right now, man, honestly, is to so I don't like I don't like sharing what I have in escrow sometimes just because obviously
You don't have to.
they yeah deals they fall through and stuff like that. But I'll put it
Mhm.
this way, bro. In the next 90 days, I think I'll be at a point where I can start either, increasing my SMS and hiring somebody to help me out. That's the
Nice.
goal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Whether it's like kind of how you have a setter, or if it's a partner that I can, bring on with me and just we can kill together. And then in the next 6 months, man, my goal is to start getting into PPC, man. Just learning that game. I know that that's a whole different game, but I think, I think that's where I probably want to be.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, but again, I'm not, like I said, my head is in the clouds sometimes, but I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. I'm not trying to be fancy or start spending money on things I don't know. I'm
Mhm.
doing what I know. I'm mastering that, and then I'll move forward after that.
Dude, you're literally building a business brick by brick. You know, a lot of you're being patient, you're seeing what works, and you're doing more of what works. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
I see a lot of people, get their deal, and either they have, lifestyle creep where, they splurge on lifestyle to, stuff that they've seen, or they hire or delegate or get their operating expenses way too high when they don't even know what, like, if that works or not.
yeah,
Now, like, you understand, okay, 50,000 text works. Maybe if I up it to 100,000 or 150,000, I know I need to do more of that and
right.
have my system and implement that more. Why? What's going to happen if I do double? I'm probably, there's no guarantee, but I'm probably going to do double of whatever I was doing, right?
No,
So it's kind of
exactly.
like, that's kind of how it works. Now, if you were to just do PPC today, right? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, you're going to learn it. You're going to have to learn it, but you don't know what you're getting into. Do you have to spend 5,000? Do you have to spend 10,000? Is that too much? Maybe just
Right.
3,000 for the next year. There's like you're building a business, man. And um, dude, people, this business, I say this all the time. This business weeds out so many people, and I'm so glad for it because this is an actual business. Like you're bringing actual real value, and so
Yeah.
like it's going to take some time, man. Like yes, like I mean collapse time and like I hope that everybody gets to six-figure months in 30 days. That'd be phenomenal, but like dude, like any business you're going to have to build and it's going to take time. Like right now, dude, the way that you're accelerating, it's only been not even, going on 6 to 8 months, and you're getting some type of consistency and you're building off of that. Like that's super impressive, bro. Like
Yeah, man. No, and
it really
I,
is.
I appreciate that, man. And I think one thing I want to highlight that you said, that lifestyle creep, man. It's like it's real. Like it you got to be disciplined, man. A lot of people, and I say this because I've been this person, bro. You see 20, 30, 40K in your bank account and you want to go splurge it. You want to go show people, hey, look at what I have. And it's like, that's it kind of it can turn into greed, man. It can turn in, and that's not what building a business is. That's not what building something that, could feed your family the rest of your life is. It's not. So you got to think about what's important to you. And I think, um, I'll be honest, man. Just again, I'll be brutally honest. I don't mind. Like right now, I drive a 2014 Honda Accord, man. It's been in the shop several times, running on almost 200,000 miles, and I could easily buy a new car, man. I could, but it's
Yeah.
like, for what? For what? It's working. It's getting me from point A to point B. I'm keeping my lifestyle expenses like as low as possible because I know if I keep my head down, I build consistency, I build a real business, man, in 12, 24 months, maybe I can go get a car cash. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe I can put a down payment on a house, just things that I really, and again, that might not be everybody's goal, right? But those are some of my goals versus me pulling out 50K out of the bank to post it on an IG story and then go blow it. It just doesn't, it's not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, you're super super mature for your age, man.
I appreciate
It's really
that.
impressive.
I have good mentors, bro. I'm talking
Yeah,
to them right now. So
yeah, dude. I drive a 2013 Acura TSX with 90,000 miles on it,
nice.
and we closed $140,000 last month. Like it's like dude, and it's so crazy because the more money that you make and the more that you build the business, at least for me, the more I realize I don't know anything. Like
Yeah.
the less, like whenever I was making 30 or 40 or $50,000 months, dude, I felt on top of the world. I'm like, I know everything. Like, oh, dude, like, look at me, like, right? But like, I'm like, dude, and I look at myself back then. I'm like, dude, it's so cringe. Like, it's so cringe. Like, I'm like, here's my rule: if you can't buy it cash, it's not yours.
You can't afford it.
You
Yeah.
can't afford it. Like, I'm not gonna go buy like something if I can't afford it. It's not mine. I
Yeah,
have to literally borrow money to buy it. It's not yours. You know what I
bro.
mean?
Yeah, man.
It's not yours, you know?
Yeah.
Um, real assets are a different thing. Real estate's a whole different thing because these are assets, right?
Right.
Liabilities, like Rolexes, whatever. That's cool, man. Dude, don't get me wrong though. Like, dude, I like all that. That's awesome. But like for me, my rule is like if I can't buy it cash, can't afford it. It's not mine.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what that takes? What you just said is like you have an extreme amount of discipline, bro. Like I've seen guys, I mean, that, and I'm not throwing shade, right? But it's like they make less money than me, man, and they got nothing, man, besides something to show the world that, again, one saying that I stand on, bro, is like a lot of times we like to buy things more often than not to show people who don't give a shit, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, and I agree with you. I like Rolexes, bro. I like nice shit, bro. Like I really do. But it's like I know deep down. And here's the thing that a lot of guys that I feel like when they start making money, they don't understand. It's like, bro, if the economy turns or you have a few dry months, like what are you gonna do if you don't have any money? Like cash flow is king in business, bro. Like if you don't, and it's not smart to go into debt. Again, the way I started, I took a risk, right? And I don't recommend it to anybody. I put my marketing expenses on business credit cards, 0% interest, bro. But I don't. If I could go back, I would have just saved up that cash, bro, and just burned through it because the anxiety that you have throughout that time, that debt, it's just not. It's very. You can relate it to this, right? If you start blowing your money and then you have no marketing money like for your business, and you start pulling out credit cards, it doesn't make sense. That's not how you operate a business over the long term. So, yeah.
No, dude, you're 100% right. Dude, we definitely talk the same language, which is super impressive. And again, there's nothing wrong, dude. I have a lot of friends like who have like amazing cars and things and amazing businesses, and I'm like, dude, that's just not. This is how I want to do it. I
Yep.
don't like. This is just how I want to do it, you know. And I really find I don't know, dude. Like I just find like really power and strength of like, dude, I don't need any type of like amazing car or amazing watch to show people for what. Like, dude, I literally just need a $1,000 laptop, an iPhone, and I can literally print cash.
Yeah.
Like that's my superpower. Like right now, dude, you have the skill set right now to print cash. And I mean, you're probably have an iMac or a Windows computer, you have an iPhone and some softwares in the computer. Like,
Yep.
that's impressive, man.
Bro, I think it's the most gangster thing when you have six figures in your bank account and when you're printing money and nobody knows.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah,
just you and maybe some, your circle, whatever, that's
yeah,
cool. Like you walk down the street, bro. I don't I'm a little younger, man, and I used to be into like shoes and streetwear. Even now, bro, I don't like spending more than like a couple $100 on shoes, and that's rare.
yeah.
Clothes, same thing, man. Like I'm not. I like dressing nice. I like nice shit, bro. I like going out to nice dinners. I like all that, but it's like you got to remember, bro. Like that is all. It's all privilege, man. Like there's people, bro, like working their fucking ass off, two jobs, and just to feed their kids or their family. Like I'm not. Like who am I to? And again, it's nothing wrong with it. Like I'm not telling anybody how to spend their money, but it's like, dude, like I'm okay, bro. Money is not gonna change the way that I gotta portray myself. Like you said, you can print cash, which I know you're very humble, but I've told you, bro, like you impact people. Like we need you in the real estate community. That is something you can't put a price on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's worth more than any t-shirt, Rolex, like all that shit. So
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's super interesting stuff. That was genuine right there, man. Everything is genuine, but it's really cool because I don't I have some questions here. It wasn't written down, so that's super
yeah,
cool, man.
no doubt, bro.
Um, but yeah, like, we'll get back on track. So we'll get into some mindset and advice. So honestly, bro, so one thing too, I like the flow of this because it's kind of like just talking, right? Not necessarily, it's just talking. And I used to think, I thought mindset was really cool. And then I went into a period where I was making 30, 40, 50 and thought I was on top of the world. And I was like, mindset is like lame. And
Yeah.
then now I'm like, no, dude, actually, like, it's cringe in 101, as fundamental as it is. Bro, mindset is literally almost everything. And you really got to like just switch it on and turn it on and just say no and just be retarded, optimistically positive towards everything, right? Like it's just insane. And so like, what's your mindset now, man? Or how do you keep motivated? And do you think motivation is BS? Do you think it's like something that somebody should look for? Like, what's your take on that?
Yeah, man. I don't think motivation is, I don't think that it's not real. It is, but motivation only lasts a short amount of time because, again, somebody may watch this video, man. And because I did the same thing. I used to watch videos and I get hyped. I'm like, oh man, this is dope. That dopamine hit. And then as soon as I really start this mentorship with you and you're telling me this is what you got to do and you got to do this. And I'm like, shit, man, this is
Like, oh
boring.
shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, the work really is starting. And that's where discipline comes in though. And like you said, the mindset is my mindset, bro, now is like you have to will shit into existence sometimes, man. You got to pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk to people. You got to fuck up. You're going to sound like an idiot sometimes. Like, but if you like, action negates everything, bro. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe in your eyes, right, something bad happens, but in reality, everything is a lesson, bro. You learn from everything. That way you don't make the same mistake again. And it's like, I know for a fact, right? And I'll just be honest. I won't put a number out there, but I have close to 6 figures in the next 60 days closing, bro. And again, right, shit can happen. Buyers can back out.
It could all go to zero tomorrow.
It could all go to zero tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
And my mindset though is, if I want to continue putting numbers on the board, if I want to continue to, help my team win, and in this case, I'm kind of a one-man show, right? But my team is my connections I've made, my mentors like yourself, my family, bro. If I want to continue to, just be, I guess, a champion in this case, right? Like win and help these people win. I got to will shit into existence, bro. I can't. Okay, cool. We have close 6 figures in escrow in 60 days. Who gives a shit, bro? Like, really, who cares? Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna like take off the whole week and go to the Bahamas and be like, cool, I made it. Like, no, bro. That's not, and it's not about that. We just talked about that. The mindset is cool. I've done this. How can I do it even better? And how can I do more of it to put myself and other people that I care about in winning positions, bro? And again, the mindset has to be, bro, like, nobody's going to come do it for you. Nobody's going to come clap and fucking cheer you on, unless you have a cool mentor like Chris. But that's okay. That's my point, is like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be your biggest like cheerleader, bro. And you're the only one who can change like everything around you, bro. And that's where my mindset is just like, bro, like my goal right now is, yes, this is my business. Yes, I'm putting some stats on the board, but I'm thinking like long-term too. If I want to bring somebody on my team, right, and I want to put them in a position to win, how can I do that if I'm not willing to put myself through the fire? If I'm not willing to wake up early, if I'm not willing to make 100+ dials, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, who's going to want to come work for me, bro? Like nobody. They're going to be like, you're a hypocrite. And so I know that was kind of a long-ended answer to your question, but it's like the mindset is just, bro, wake up and be 1% better, and then wake up again and fucking do it again and just win, bro. That's what I've learned too from people like yourself, people like Alex Hormozy, people like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, bro. These guys, they put up 30 points, win championships. They're like, how do we do it again? And that's what just separates, bro, like the greats from people who, just want to stay the same, bro. And again, man, I'm not here, bro. I'm not better than nobody. I'm not like on a high horse. I'm not arrogant. I'm honestly, I think that's where me and you are similar. Like I'm humble, bro. Like I'm grateful. But I think like you got to realize, that's another thing that I wanted to add. If make this answer more concise. The only thing guaranteed, bro, is that we're gonna die. So we get off this call right now, some crazy shit could happen. I get in a car accident, God willing, of course. But you get my point, bro. That's the only thing that's guaranteed. Nothing else is guaranteed. So why not just go at it? Why not do everything you can to just put yourself in a better spot, put your family, whatever your goal is, man. Maybe Some people don't have a good relationship with their family, bro. So the family's not going to be their why, but just figure out your why and realize that we're all going to die. So if you want to die like mediocre and you're cool with that, dope, cool. But my mindset is like, why not just give it everything I got? And then at least I can, when death does come, it's like, okay, cool. I left everything on the field, bro. Like it's got to be the mindset, bro. Like it has to be. What's the alternative, bro? Like, oh, I'm just gonna coast. Like that doesn't. For me, it don't sit right with me, bro. Like we gotta be better every day. You know what I'm saying? But again, I know that was a long answer. It's just because
Good.
I'm passionate about this shit, man. Like I'm telling you, bro, you changed my life, bro. From when I met you, I told you, bro. Like last year, I was working for these guys, and I was doing acquisitions, bro. They didn't really train me up. They didn't. They weren't very positive, bro. They were always talking shit to me, bro, making me feel like, man, I don't know if I can do this. Branched off, bro. Went through the fire, and look at me now. Like I don't even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just was a part of the journey, bro. So
Dude, I'm taking notes, man. I got goosebumps hearing you, with that. That's awesome, bro. I think, honestly, I know that whoever, made it this far and is listening, like that was like that. Oh man, like you definitely changed the route of somebody's, trajectory with their life and like their decisions from hearing you right now. Like,
I
dude,
hope.
that's super powerful, man. I know it is. I mean, dude, I was so present with that, like I was like, wow, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I have a few, just random questions, just like super curious. Like, how does your family feel right now? Do you tell them what you're doing, or is it like, wow, like is it, you know, I'll tell you this, when I told my family,
Yeah.
my mom, when my mom passed away, but whenever she was alive, I'll tell her what I was doing, and she's like, are you gonna go to jail? What you're doing is legal. Like, what are you doing? Like, saying that to your family, 21,000, 10,000, 20 is like, what the heck are you doing? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I'm curious, like, what is your family? Do they know? Do they like, how does that work?
Great question, man. Well, first and foremost, bro, I'm sorry about your mom. But second, it's funny, man. So it's a funny question. So my family, I'm Hispanic, as most people can tell. And I come from a very traditional Hispanic family. A mom who she's in education her whole life, bro. She has a doctorate in education. Like education is just her whole life. And
Hmm.
so what she taught me growing up is, hey, you have to go to school. College is a requirement, and then you go get, a career. And so I'll be honest with you, bro. Like when I shared my first couple of wins with my parents, my dad's a little bit different. He's a little more laid back, but he still has a very similar mindset. You know, um, he was happy for me, and I don't want to say my mom wasn't, but she was kind of like, she was iffy, like you just said about your mom. She's iffy.
Hmm.
She's like, well, how and okay, like, what do you mean? Are you sure? Like, same thing, bro. Just
Yeah.
that doubt. And it's funny that you asked this question at this time. A couple of days ago, I actually got into an argument with my mom because I told her that I won't be going back to college, bro. I told her that this is what I want to do. Real estate is where I want to be. And, I want to give everything I have into it. And I'll be honest with you, bro, like we haven't resolved that conversation. It turned into a full blown argument. She's frustrated that I'm not going back to school. But here's the thing, bro, that I've learned is that when you take a risk, when you bet on yourself, there's going to be a lot of people who they doubt you. There's going to be people who are going to ask you, what the hell are you thinking? They're going to make you feel, bro, like you can't do it. I'll be honest, because I still wake up every day with doubt. Like even with all the stats that I'm getting, every day I'm like, fuck, am I capable? Can I do this? And yeah, man, like it's just, again, the timing of that question is funny because me and my parents, bro, like I'd say we're at odds a little bit. It's not that I want to be, but it's like, I had to make a choice, bro. I'm 23 years old. Like, am I going to allow that to stop me and prevent me from going after everything I've ever wanted? Or am I going to let that, am I going to sulk in that and feel sorry for myself and hope that the thing is, Chris, that I've learned, bro, you cannot change people, but you can change your actions and you can change yourself. And that right there, that might even change people along the way. Like I said, you've impacted me, you've impacted a lot of other people. And that's because you made a decision, bro. You could have stayed the same. You told me that you used to change oil, bro, and that you were unsure. Look at you now, bro, fucking like creeping into seven figures, business owner. Like you did that though. Like you willed it into existence regardless of what your mom said, what other people said, what fucking the internet says, bro, what sellers are telling you, and they say fuck off. Like, you're like, nah, like I got it. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, Yeah, man. I mean, my family doesn't know about like every single deal and everything. They just know about the first couple. But I think after that, that's when I learned like, man, sometimes you just got to work in silence, bro. And it's okay. Like I said, it's okay. Maybe in 6 months when I'm doing better and bigger numbers, like, my hope, bro, because I told you on our first call, I don't know if you remember, one of our first calls before we started the mentorship is that I wanted to retire my parents, bro. And I still want to, regardless of if we're at odds or not, bro. Like, those are my parents, bro. They raised me, they took care of me. They made sure that I wasn't hungry. So it's like that hasn't changed. It's just, again, right? I'm in the fire right now. So maybe they just don't see the same vision I do, and that's okay. Like I don't fault them, but um, yeah, man, it's an interesting kind of thing, when you're starting to see success and you want to share it with the people you love. And
Mm.
sometimes you don't get the reaction that you want, and that's okay, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, dude, that's super powerful. Interesting. Everybody has their own lessons and things that they're gonna go through, you know, um, and that's something that you're enduring and you're going through. And dude, I mean, I don't know, I can't tell the future, right? But I can tell what happens and patterns and things like that. And at the end of the day, I know that your mom and your dad love you, right? And yeah, man, at the end of the day, too, like despite if my mom being here, if she didn't want me to keep doing what I'm doing, like I know that she's proud, she would be proud of like the efforts and the risks that I'm taking on myself and
Yeah,
getting back up. Like that's one thing that I know for sure that any mom is fucking will tell like anybody about their child. Is like, oh dude, my maybe wasn't a doctor, maybe he wasn't, didn't, do rocket science to get the rocket to the moon, but no, he got back up and he did his thing. And
yeah, bro.
um yeah, man, it's it's interesting, it's so super powerful. So
Yeah. No,
um
likewise, bro. And not to cut you off, but I know we kind of just barely started cultivating a relationship this year, bro. And like I want to say I'm proud of you too, bro. I know you don't need that, and I know you got people who care about you. But I'm proud of you too, man. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like I told so many of my guys, man. I'm like, man, like my mentor, Chris, man. I tell him all the time, man. I'm like, he's a humble beast, bro. Like I mean, you're one of the most humble people in real estate, bro. I think that I've ever met, and you're winning, and it's like, I'm sorry, that's not common, bro. Like when people start winning in real estate, or if they're just even in real estate, whether they're winning or not, there's always like this arrogance, bro. Like, oh my God, I'm so cool and I'm the best because I'm in real estate. It's like, bro, it's like, okay, cool. We're in real estate where it's another vehicle, right? But
mhm.
it's not, doesn't make us, godly or better than anybody else, bro. And so I think, yeah, man, I'm proud of you too, bro. I just wanted to say that because I really, I really mean that.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate it. And just like you, man, I have doubts too. Like I have doubts too, and they're common, and it's you're always going to be pushing that needle forward, and you're going to set new bars for yourself, and it's always going to be like, oh, how do I do more? And that's like the beauty of it. There's always going to be constant growth. the
Yeah,
day the day you're doing the same things and it's been 2 years is the day you're like, oh dude, I'm dying. I'm
yeah,
like freaking dying, you know and yeah, man, did a lot of I don't know if like you're a believer or anything like that, but like, dude, like I put a lot of my stuff into the faith and into the boring things. Like, bro, I for the past 2 years I try to come into the office as much as I can, doing the same things, trying to get better, staying in that pocket, learning a little bit better sales, trying to tweak a little bit of marketing. How do I make our processes faster? How do I be a better communicator? How do I be a better leader? And then before that, like just trying to like put my faith and reading the Bible and just trying to understand that. And dude, like we're so blessed, man. Like we're so blessed. Like we have the ability to be able to. It's 1:45 p.m. my time, and we're just talking about the money that we've made. You know what I mean? And like the progress. Like wow, like what a freaking like take a step back, bro. It's like wow, what a freaking blessing. We have AC and lights right now. You can go and get some water and a fresh meal. Like, dude, people are dying today. People
yeah,
don't have access to that. People aren't even in America are trying to like
yeah,
split from their families to come to America to even get 725, bro. Like,
yeah,
dude, we have first world problems, man.
yeah,
And again, the doubts are gonna come, the anxieties come, right? But like what really solves and helps a lot, what I see is like that bigger picture. And at
mm,
that bigger picture is like, dude, I'm not gonna give up. I will sleep in my car again if I don't get to my $200,000 months, consistently. And before that, like God's gonna take care of me. And I have my faith that He's gonna take care of me. He's gonna give me the right lessons. He's going to give me the right tools. He's going to surround me around the right people. He's going to cultivate the leadership that I need to get to that level, right? And if it doesn't happen, and if I die tomorrow, at least I know what I was aiming for, and that's all. It's all good. You know what I mean?
Bro, I love that,
It's
man.
all good.
And man, what you just said, bro, it's makes me a little emotional. I'll be honest, because I think it's almost a disservice, bro, or a little disrespectful. Everything you just said, man, people trying to come to this country, people without food, water, electric, like people in different country. It's like, it's almost a disservice, bro, that we have all this opportunity and we just, we turn our back on it sometimes, or we take it for fucking granted. And
Yeah.
I get passionate about this shit, man, because it's like, I've seen it, bro, up close and personal, like I've seen that struggle, bro, from people. And it's like, it really breaks my heart, because I'm like, man, like, I just wish it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, right? There's a difference between, I think, gratitude and action versus just turning your back completely on what we've been given, bro. And it's like, that's why I find it funny, man. And again, we're not going to get into politics on this or anything like that, but I find it funny when people, we're very entitled in this country. You know what I'm saying? Where we feel like we're owed shit and we deserve everything. And it's like, bro, there's people in other countries, bro, they don't even they have nothing that we have, not even close. And it's like, it's just almost disrespectful in a way, bro,
Yeah.
to not be grateful, one, and then two, not, again, whether it's business or a job or your life, relationships, to not strive to be the best person you can be. And I do believe in God, bro. I do. I'm still working on my faith. I actually, more so this year than ever. But I think, yeah, man, I love what you said, bro, because it's like we forget, man. Like we forget everything we have. Like, cool, I got to sleep in my car, but guess what? Like, I have a car. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I still have opportunity. I have citizenship, bro, to get a job, start a business, literally do anything I could put my mind to, while there's other people who, they're just fending for food, bro. It's crazy.
It's insane, man. But yeah, man, what a way, and just way to wrap up everything. And
Yeah.
dude, that's dude, honestly, this is gonna, I hope this one hits the right people. This one's sick. I like this one. This one's
All right,
like,
bro. Yeah.
I've been just, I don't know, we've just been going on a tangent about important things. And I guess just to in the meeting, what's stuff that you're into right now, man? What do you like, updating your software with? If there's any, like, books, or, people you're hanging around with, or,
Yeah.
what's going on?
It's funny, man. So I'm definitely getting into some more books, not just about business, but I'm actually, so this journey, bro, has taught me more about myself, good and bad. And so right now what I'm doing, bro, I deactivated all my social medias about a week ago. And bro, my goal right now is to just be more present, man, in my life, whether it's something as simple as going to the gym, cooking a meal, like just slowing down a little bit. I think sometimes I rush personally. I can be impulsive, and I can, oh, I want to do this overnight and I want to be successful. It's like, bro, no, like taking a step back, surrounded by the right people, removed some people actually recently, not even necessarily by choice. It kind of just happened, and God showed me that that's not what I was supposed to be around. And just refining every day, man. My circle, what I consume has been a big one. Like, I still watch YouTube, I'm still on social media, but I'm just, everything right now, man, is either business or self-development. And, self-development doesn't have to be like this, like unfun or super like harsh thing. It's more so just, well, where can I improve, and what can I do more of within myself to make myself, happier, more at peace, more aligned, bro. Like, it's, so again, like I said, nothing fancy. I got a couple of good friends. Shout out to Leo and Gabe. Those are my brothers.
Nice.
And yeah, man, just watching what I consume, bro, and just trying to, like I said, just become a better version of myself every day, bro. Keeping it simple, and just being grateful. Like, as soon as me and you get off this meeting, I mean, probably gonna go for a walk, bro. I know that sounds silly to some people, but it's like the weather's nice out over here in Phoenix, and I just trying to be present, bro. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think I might join you with that
Yeah.
walk idea. Um, but cool, man. That's awesome. For those who are following your journey and probably coming across this video, where maybe they can find you.
Yeah, man. So I will reactivate my social soon. I actually have a YouTube channel, and You know, it's just my first name, last name. So it's Eddie, Eddie Castillo, and then the number 0 at the end. I'm planning to push some more content towards, you know, as we go into the rest of the year. And then I'll be back on Instagram, same username, TikTok, but, you know, that'll probably be at least a few weeks out while I try to just kind of ground myself again. But I mean, if, again, man, I hope somebody got some value from what I said. And yeah, man, let's keep winning, bro.
Let's keep winning, man.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
I'll see you, Eddie.
Yeah, thank you, brother.